Hello young artists, thanks for coming today. Today we're going to draw a piece of birthday cake.
When Bear draws, you can too.
I love celebrating birthdays. This would be a great drawing for a birthday card or just for a gift to give to somebody who's celebrating a birthday. Hey, I'm going to show you how to draw this birthday cake in some really simple steps. We're going to draw the cake, we're going to draw a little plate, and we're going to draw a candle to go with it. So let's go over some supplies. I'm going to use a Sharpie to do most of my drawing today, and then I'm going to color in with some color pencils. You can use whatever you have to color with, crayons, markers, pastels, so all work great for this birthday cake. I love to eat birthday cake. If I'm going too fast for you, you can pause the video and come back and watch it again. Guys, remember, when Bear draws, you can too. Let's get started. I'm going to start with my paper in a portrait position, and that's up and down. This would be landscape because it's a little longer, and this is going to be portrait. And I want to do so because I'm going to have my candle, my cake, and then a little plate at the bottom. So I really want to fill my page up here. So here's how I'm going to start. I'm going to start with a little bit of a straight line for my candle wick, and I'm going to curve a line around and behind it, just like that. And then what I'm going to do with I'm going to come back with my color, and I'm going to add some color for my flame for my candle. And I'm going to draw two straight lines down. And I'm going to just leave it just like this to start. I might come back and maybe make it a little longer here. I'll have to see how my cake comes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a straight line that's going to go on an angle down to here. I'm going to extend that up to follow that line. You can just imagine that line is going to pass right behind that candle. Now what I want to do is I'm going to put some icing on my cake, and I'm going to make some nice, fun, curved lines, and they're going to come all the way around, just like this. And then I'm going to take this bottom part, I'm going to go straight across here and match my line right there. I think that's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to curve this around. So you can imagine that that candle stuck right in that cake now. Okay? So I'm going to give my cake a few layers here. I think I'm going to give it 3 layers. So here's how we're going to draw this. We're going to just give a little bit of a curve, a couple squiggly lines the whole way down here. And you can decide how big you want to make your cake. I like mine really tall with a lot of layers of cake and some icing. And then I'm going to have a back line here that's going to be the back of my cake. And you can see with just a couple simple lines, we can start to really get a nice piece of cake. And I'm going to curve this line down here across to match the back end of my cake. Now this can get a little tricky, so you'll have to watch and follow along. I'm going to start with a line here. I'm going to break this up into thirds because I'm going to imagine that my cake has 3 layers. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start and put a little layer of icing right here. I'm going to bring that down like this. And then I'm going to bring another line here. I'm going to turn my paper so it just makes it a little easier for me to draw a nice straight line. See how when I pull that line towards myself, it just makes it a little easier. I think while I'm here, I'm just going to leave my paper like this, and I'm going to add my next layer of cake, just like this, and then a nice layer of icing. And you can curve your lines a little bit. And then I'll turn my paper this way. Bring this up here and stop because I want to show a nice layer of icing on the top here. So what's your favorite kind of cake? Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry? I think we might make a strawberry cake. So we're going to take these layers and make them pink, and then we'll use maybe white icing and some different pink here, and then we can even put a color on our candle. So let's do this while we have our cake. Let's imagine, let's draw a plate that our cake can sit on. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to think that this cake is going to end right here. This plate will come down and follow our curve around. I'm going to do the same thing here and follow my curve around just like that. Now imagine that this plate is right behind and your cake's sitting right on the plate. And just I'm going to add a little bit more detail. I might add a little curved line here, and I think I'll add a little curved line here. And I'll stop and maybe just add a couple lines to show that there's a ridge on the front of my plate. And then what I could do is just put a little line here, a little line here, and I'm going to turn my paper. I'm going to follow this curve this way. And I want to try and keep a nice consistent space the whole way across. And notice, look how it's a lot easier to draw this when you have your paper turned and you're pulling your line towards yourself, just like that. Look how easy that was. That looks awesome. So you could go in here, you could add some decorations. Let's put some sprinkles. So we'll put a couple little rectangular shapes. Could be pieces of chocolate. Could be pieces of candy. You could put round shapes. You could put square shapes. You decide. It's your birthday cake. Maybe you could think about what the person is or your friend who you're drawing this for. What do they like? And you could put that design right on the top for them. There it is. That looks awesome. I think we need a little piece back here. There you go. Hey guys, great job with your drawing. Now here's the fun part. Let's add some color. So you decide what you want to do. You could leave this white, this cake part. You could make this brown, so it could be chocolate. You could make it pink for strawberry. You decide. And then we'll stop and we'll look at the flame here and we'll draw the flame. Okay? So just have some fun. Let's get some color down. Hey guys, great job with your birthday cake. That looks delicious and it looks awesome all at the same time. Hey, thanks for drawing with me today. You can stay in touch, you can subscribe, or visit my website, beardraws.com. Hey, remember, art is awesome. Get outside in nature and just keep drawing.
So just keep drawing.